Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the Gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, where this ball with Sharon flexing. Posted up like sticky note. You smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot here, we well represented. We on that Knicks shit. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley digging through your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No caps, so here's what's on tap. But God, I'm talking five. And report, keep my who in the chat. Interacting with your man, them. It's a brand in front of the camera. There's a picture. Cats and snap back to fit the cat. So we Knicks dripping. Knicks real, you know we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin, and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Knick drip, dripping the Knick drip. Real talk.
Yo, salute everybody. Salute. Cats and snapbacks and fitted hats. We Knick dripping, Knicks Real Talk. We fit the description. It's the pregame show. We in here, Divine, Shy Powers, Knicks, Cleveland at the world most famous arena tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in about another hour or so. We're going to get in here and break all that content down. Salute to the family in the chat. Salute to everybody. Thank y'all for coming in, man. Real talk. On Diods, Crim's dad. What's good, my man? Salute to everybody. Brian Acosta, as always, what's good with you, my man? Thank you for the super. Rasul, what's good, my man? Salute to Rasul in the building. Let me bring my partner in crime so we can really get this thing going, man. Shaw Powers, what's good, my brother? What's going on with you?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's say what we doing. We doing the recap, then the cap, whatever. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yo, we fuel with confidence today, man. Real talk, we in here, man. Knicks Real Talk, we fuel with confidence, man. Let's talk about it. Shaw Power, they got a game today, man. After coming off that the first back-to-back, we lost to Detroit last night. So now we go against a Cleveland team who probably won't even play one. Not even none of they players probably. I mean, some of them, but they got to play some. But none of their major dudes tonight. They done pretty much clinch what they done clinched. They going where they going. So obviously, you know, they're gonna go ahead and rest Donovan Mitchell, the only guy that rested him the other night too. And I think, so I think you're gonna look for them to do that. And rightfully so, I would do the same thing. You're gonna clinch the top spot in the East. No need for you to even go out there and play none of them dudes. You know, you got to play somebody, like I said, maybe Darius Garland play tonight and everything, something like that. But, for us, hopefully this is a game we just should win anyway with the guy they don't have playing and the guy we might play. I wish that wouldn't have been the verdict last night, but it wasn't the verdict last night. I think Tom Thibodeau seen enough, and the guys amped it up in the second half. And they came out, they did some things, and Kay Cunningham was just doing Kay Cunningham thing because we had the clothes on him. I stop on him, excuse me. But anyway, today, different story. I think we clinched the third seed tonight, and everybody is being street clothes Sunday. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically how we talked about it too, man. I think we just go out there, play hard for a couple of minutes, go at it and stuff like that, and get this win, and everybody next game pretty much, maybe might see them for maybe one or two, something like that, just, but aside from that, everybody's sitting it down and getting ready for the playoffs. So Jalen Brunson would accomplish what he needed to do to get his numbers, I think 65 games. Once that is pretty much set in stone, I do tonight would like to see if, I said tonight it would be the perfect night to see if Mitchell Robinson and Cat start tonight. So let's see if that happens tonight.
Yeah, real talk. I think that's a possibility. I really love to see it. I think like I said, not to veer off, but just to piggyback off your thought. I would love to see it because I think it's needed. I do think it's needed. I really do. I think the Knicks won't go far if they don't. If Mitchell Robinson not getting the majority of the minutes at that 5 spot. It just ain't going to happen. So I would love to see it as well, but I would love to see him get in there and do what they do, or at least let him and Mitch be on the floor together a majority of the time. You know, when the cat's on the floor, we need Mitchell Robinson in a lot of ways, especially if Anunoby or somebody's not on the floor with them. But anyway, you know, that's not to harp on Cat, because it's not about that. But he does have a really, really inefficient defense game down in the middle, which I thought would have helped out in the middle last night with Kay Cunningham just going down there literally, you know, having the size and the strength over Deuce McBride. Even though Deuce McBride played on hard, he didn't back down, but the physicality. But when he got down there within 3-4 feet of the basket, you need a shot blocker down there. Like a lot of that shit Kay was throwing in the middle, that was Mitchell Robinson. He was throwing that back out of there, to me. Mitchell Robinson would have altered a lot of that stuff. And I think somebody, when you got a 7-footer like that, I would love to see Cat just try to alter some of the shots, man. You ain't got to foul a dude, just jump up there. Let him see your one hand in his face. Might make him change his the way he's shooting the ball. But anyway, not to make that the reason why we lost the game. I think down the line, going to the playoff, just to kind of piggyback a few, like I said, I would love to see Cat and Mitch get it going tonight, Shot Power, because we really need him in there, man. That's why I'm not too really concerned about last night. You know what? I seen enough, but because I know if Josh Hart, Anunoby, and Mitchell Robinson played, that game would have went the other way easy. You know what I mean? So, but still, we got to give them guys credit. They turned it up in the second half. They got a little more physical in the second half.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, not much, but enough to say, okay, you know what? We need the game better and worse than you guys, because they trying to avoid being in a certain area neither. You know, anybody can talk about they don't want to see the Knicks. That don't mean they want to see them, though. Obviously, when the media asks Bickerstaff and all them guys, you know, what you expect them to say? Like, yeah, we scared of them or something? Nah, they ain't gonna say that. But they know who they got, though, because they know that if Josh Hart, Anunoby, and Mitch played last night, not saying the Knicks would have won the game, but it would have damn sure been easier. It would have been easier to win the game. So, you know, I'm gonna look at it. I'm trying to take that positive out of it. It's because we rested players last night. And they went out there and did what they had to do. You got to give them credit for what they played. But they are something that I thought, well, I think the Knicks are going to not have a problem with them in the playoffs. We'll talk about that later, Shop. I got some things they do. I got to know why they're not going to be a problem for Knicks. We'll talk about that. But anyway, give me some of your thoughts on that game and what you think about tonight.
Last night I seen a good little section of what the Knicks wanted to do last night. I mean, maybe it was just me, or maybe this is what I was hoping in my mind, making it up in my head. But what Tom Thibodeau laid out last night in a couple of rotations was some rotations that we probably will see in the playoffs. And you'll see rotations last night that you will never see in the playoffs. I'll mention one, Payne, Deuce, Shamuth, PJ, and Precious. And I mean, I don't think you're ever going to see that in the playoffs. And I mean, so he was doing some things to extend some time, give some guys some breaks and stuff like that. And certain times you see the Knicks were up by big numbers. And then, like you said, second half, they did get a tad bit more, I guess, aggressive. You know what I mean? And we were lacking off a little bit. We wasn't showing to passes. We were still getting in the passing lane, but we wasn't aggressive. No interior defense and stuff like that. No interior defense. Like you say, just to step up there and just put your hand up, just to defer him a little bit. You know what I mean? Somebody. So I think this would be a perfect time, in my opinion, to see Mitchell Robinson start. But for tonight's game, I think it's not going to be much play from the starters. I don't believe. I think the Knicks, even though their second unit, I think their second unit yesterday took somebody they lost by 2 points or something like that. I think something like that. The Cleveland team, their backups lost by 2 or something, 2 or 4 or something like that. So they're not a bad team second round. I mean, they bench is pretty dang good. You know what I mean? They have some players on the bench I wish the Knicks had on their bench. I ain't trying to put no caveats out there and say no stuff like, I don't appreciate the guys that we have, but, you know what I mean? It's a couple of guys over there. If you look on their bench, you'd be like, yeah, I take him, over anyway. So let's get out there and let's play some good basketball, get a little lead and check, and hopefully we can take it down, slow in the second half.
Here, let me say this. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to the people that's get in the chat, man. King Ribby, what's good? Jay Chosen, what's good? Peace of the God, Allah wide. Darren, what's good, my man? Salute to you as well. Salute, man, to everybody, man. Fabian, my man, what's good, Fabe? Peace of the God, like I said. Nick Yak, what's good, my man? Salute that Crims, that on Dias, Rasul, the whole family in the building. I can tell you one thing, though, ladies and gentlemen. Detroit Metro Police still looking for that body that in Chua Court last night on Stewart last night. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a body. I don't give a that's one of the premier shot blockers up there down there in that paint area this year. And not only did Pressure Chua Court a body, when he came down, he like, listen, it shoved him too. Like, nah, get the fuck out. When I seen that, I was like, okay, yo, bro. That was a body right there, son. And he literally tried to block it. It wasn't like he went up there and tried to move out the way. No. Isaiah still went up there and Predator like, listen, son, I've been doing this all season. I'm not having this. And when he threw that down on him, I was in my chair. I spit out like, oh, like that shit happened to me. So I thought I felt the pain when he did it. I like, yeah, because the arena felt that. Even when Little Caesars arena was like, ooh, I'm like, yo, that shit was crazy. And our benches were bananas. So one good caveat for last night. But like I said, I'm not. It was just a game. Like I said, you literally missed 32 points in your starting lineup last night. 14 by Josh Hart and 18 from Anunoby. 32 points. You lose your premier, 2 of your premier, 3 of your above average defenders in that game last night. Mitchell Robinson, Anunoby.
Of course. Way above average. All 3 of them.
All 3 of them above average.
Yeah, they're elite.
Yeah. And I still think we should have won the game. Even without that, I still think we should have won the game.
Right.
You know, but what I did take away from that game last night was this here. Guys getting to get some time. Like I think Deuce McBride needed to play the minutes. He just coming off. He's in the rust category because coming off that groin injury. So I love what Tom Thibodeau did. I think Anunoby deserved to have a night off. I think Johnson deserved to have a night off. Them guys been going hard all year for the Knicks, man. 38 minutes, whatever, because we had to do what we had to do. But so I'm not mad because I like, you know what? You add them 3 dudes to that game last night. Just like I said, to me personally, my personal friends, 4 games to 1, gentleman sweep. 4 games to 1. Mitchell Robinson in that middle with Anunoby, instead of Deuce McBride on Cade Cunningham, it's Anunoby on him. And the starting lineup. You see what I mean? And the starting lineup. So not saying Cade Cunningham would have got buckets, but it wouldn't have been that easy. Because first of all, Anunoby taller than him and he's stronger than he is. But they both got strength. So I think that washes a lot of his game out. And Anunoby going to stay in your face anyway. So like I said, I can't wait till Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever this shit starts, man. I'm ready, bro. That's why I don't want the season to rush to get over these 2 games, but I'm ready for next week, though. These games right here, I don't even feel that way about it, Shop Howard. I just want us to win tonight, clinch that 3rd seed, and rest everybody Sunday against Brooklyn. Maybe, because like we're not playing at home anyway. We're in Brooklyn. And then you know what? We go in the next week. First game in MSG. That's when it all is. Like that game last night, okay. We lost. We didn't bring our A game in certain areas because of whatever reason it may be. But I still think what I seen last night, they ain't got a chance against us. They don't. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell you, Pressure Chua is not Anunoby.
Thanks.
And Deuce McBride is not Josh Hart in the sense of the triple effect, rebounding, assist, and getting buckets. So you put them 2 back in that lineup last night, and the Knicks did exactly what I wanted them to do in the first half. I said Knicks need to let them play physical because that gets them in foul trouble. Let the motherfuckers get physical. I want them to be physical as hell. And you see how many fouls my man had. Isaiah Stewart didn't have 5 or 6. Cade Cunningham had 5 or 6.
He fouled out, yeah.
I want them to be that way because you know what? We got enough high IQ players who could bat that by smart. Like Jalen Brunson, like he said, when my man got the 3rd foul, Jalen Brunson looked at him like, because that's what you got to do with a team like that. And here's the biggest thing, ladies and gentlemen, another reason why I don't think that team going to beat the Knicks in the playoffs. I'll tell you why. Shaw Powell, let me ask this question right quick. What is Tobias Harris' skill set? His game, what, jump shooter?
Yeah.
Yep. Tim Hardaway.
Jump shooter.
Who else in the lineup with them? Beasley, jump shooter. These
Yes.
are the jump shooters, ladies and gentlemen. Jump shooters. What do the Knicks starting five do well? They can shoot the ball and go to the hole. Brunson can get to the hole and shoot the ball. McHale can get to the hole and shoot the ball. Josh Hart can get to the hole and shoot the ball. Carl Anthony Towns can get to the hole and shoot the ball. And Anunoby can get to the they get buckets both in and out. If our 3-point defense come to play in the playoff, we sending them home early because all they do is jump shoot. Like Tim Hardaway ain't putting the ball on the floor and going and dunking on you. Tobias Harris ain't doing that. Beasley not doing that. You go down that lineup, that's not their game. They got a bunch of good jump shooters around Cade Cunningham. I think they're gonna have a problem against the Knicks in the playoff because they one-dimensional to me. They just shoot. They got their good jump shooters. So I think if we take away their airspace in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, these are gonna be some 20-point blowouts in the first two games. I think Nick blow them out in the first game with our full roster. So let's see. Hey, I eat crow later. As long as you give me some sweet baby rays. I eat crow later. I eat all the crow you can feed me. Just give me some sweet baby rays and some Texas Pete to put on it. But until then, I think they ain't going. I don't think they can fuck with us, man. I really don't. That's just my personal thoughts.
Yeah, a fully contingent, fully healthy roster, and I still, like I said, I don't know if they are going to do this or if they're going to switch out earlier, moving Josh Hart or someone off the bench, maybe how they were working in. But I want to see the lineup where it's McHale, when it's Mitchell Robinson, when it's OG Anunoby on the floor. I want to see those three guys on the court together. You know what I mean? Two of those guys can still score the basketball. They're both very well two-way players with Josh Hart. You know what I mean? It makes it easier for Josh Hart. And I'm sorry, not with Josh Hart, with Cat. I'm not Josh Hart. Josh Hart would not be in that equation. With Brunson. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to see some of that too. You know what I mean? Josh Hart, we're gonna need. I don't know how they're gonna work the way they're gonna do it. I think they'll probably just work with Precious and make it standard that Precious comes in to help out Cat and to help out Mitch when they're out on the floor, hopefully. But there's so many options that Tom Thibodeau could use out there. I don't know if he used them yet. Let's see what he does tonight.
Yep. Our top score was Predator Tour last night. So, I think I just want to pinpoint something out there. Like I said, because I think this stuff in the long run it'll help us, New York Knicks defensively. Their best scores last night was out Jalen Doran 18. Obviously, that's cat effect, but Mitchell Robinson, that can change. Tobias has 17, 13, Beasley 10, Tim Hardaway Jr. 10, Schroeder 8. But what stood out to me is that because of our certain defense player within there, like I think they shot a good percent from the floor on our defense last night. Cade Cunningham 67%, Jalen Doran like 100%. He shot every field goal he dunked, he made, whatever and shot. Tobias had 56%. R. Hollins 55%. Beasley 55%. Tim Hardaway 57%. So their team was efficient against the guy that we had in there last night. But I don't think that would have been that way if our other defense players would have been in there. The game would have been different. So that's why I don't have a problem with what went on last night. I think them guys in the second half ramped it up. Cade Cunningham, like I said, much of Deuce McBride tried to defend him, couldn't really do nothing with him. And it's understandable. I mean, Cade Cunningham, the last 3 or 4 games, he's been dropping 30-something. So it's not like, this he only did against the Knicks. The last 3 or 4 or 5 games, he's been doing this shit, like 30-something a game or whatever. So we just have to, what I took from last night is that you can see the difference when you don't have Mitchell Robinson and Anunoby and them cats in there. You know? That's all. So, but the guys play good though. I'm not mad at Deuce McBride and Sham and them. They played good ball. That's why I was happy about last night, that they got a chance to get some reps like that. And they would bow to battle last night. Shaman was bow to battle last night. Okay, you listen, nah, motherfucker, this is how I get down. I was like, okay, I love to see. I like this game last night. Pressure Chua, like I said, I think he was the player of the game. This motherfucker catching bodies all over the team. And that's going to be a good series, but I don't think it's going to go the way people think it's going to go. And I'm not, like I said yesterday, I'm not taking nothing away from the guys, but they are a team with a bunch of jump shooters. And other than Jalen Doran, obviously, because he played a big man spot, he gets down there. His percentage is always going to be up there from down there. But I don't think that Kate Cunningham shooting no 67% on no Mitchell on no Anunoby. I can tell you that much right now. Let's see, man. So I think it's gonna be fun, man. I got these cats going there doing it, man. Like I said, after the series is over, if the Knicks lose this series, I'm gonna tell you, Shop. I'm gonna pass to you right quick. We will lose it, which I don't think we're gonna. I don't want to say ifs because I know it not. But hypothetically, if Knicks were to lose that series, then this is not the team that I thought they were. So I'm gonna say this wasn't a playoff team. This was a regular season team. That's what I would say. Like they are underestimated, but I'm not doing that because I know that's not going to happen. But I'd be truthful about it if it did happen, but I know it's not. But I'd be like, you know what? I underestimated the will and the grit of this team going into the playoffs, and I don't think that's the case. But let's see, man. Either way it go, it's going to be an interesting series. But tonight we just got to handle these guys with they third unit, second and third unit players in there tonight. We got to beat them tonight, get them out there. Parrish was good, my man. Thank you for the super chat. Parrish said no fire, no peace. If we trade 4 guys with no fire, then we got to trade them and get Nick type. Last night, Cat Bridges showed no city pride. I ain't mad at you for that, man. Real talk. I would love to see them guys be a little bit more gritty down there when it comes to that. Being tough and all that. Let me put it here: wearing your emotions on your sleeve. I know they try to let their game do the talking, because it's really about skill. But I'm not mad at you for that comment. I want to see him gritty, but you did see it from Achua, Tucker. Deuce McBride wasn't backing down last night, so we had Shaman wasn't backing down last night. Campaign, they ain't backing down. They go at it. You know what I mean? So. If them two dudes need to get a little bit more fire, desire in their bellies, then they need to get that shit done by next week, though. So Parrish, they need to get if they gonna get, they better find that shit by Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever we play these jokers. Other than that, man, we just got to keep doing what we doing. But I'm confident, man. I'm fueled by confidence. That's the reason why I'm confident about our squad, man. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm fueled by that, man. I see enough to know that our team gonna represent. And I ain't the one to want to jump the other way, because like I said, I haven't all year, and I don't think I'm doing it now it's no reason for me to. I guaranteed you last night, like I said, there's no excuse or nothing like that. The game could have been different. They could have lost, but the game would have been a lot different if we wouldn't have sat our guys last night. I can tell you that right now. For real, we still only gave up 115. So, I'm good, man. I'm good with this thing. So Louisiana Knicks was good. Louisiana was good, my man. Salute to you, my man. Thank you for coming in. Salute to everybody to build it, man. Like I said, Parrot, thank you for the super chat. Size 9 was good, everybody. Listen, man. Everybody, if you're not confident in your Knicks, rightfully so, you have a right to feel that way. If you don't think the Knicks going to represent these playoffs, that's understandable. It's understandable. Something you might not be seeing, or something you may be seeing that gives you that feeling that they're not that good, or you don't think they're going to do well, which is understandable. Y'all guys might feel like they just not there, but for me, I do think they're there, Shop House. I think we're gonna be ready to roll. Like I said, them that same Detroit team, you see, I started our whole team last night, so I'm good to go for this one for sure.
I'm more happy to see tonight's game. You know what I mean? Because now we're going to see Mitchell Robinson play. Now we're going to see. Anunoby should be back. Josh Hart should be back. You know what I mean? And I think you'll see all these guys at least 20, 25 minutes tonight to work out some kinks. You know what I mean? And really put something on this team. You know what I mean? It's always going to be criticism if the Knicks beat them and they fully healthy. The team was having a bad night. Now the criticism would be, there was no one who played that night. They played a G League team, and you won't get no credit for it either. So, you know what I mean? I just think they get out there tonight, win the game, you know what I mean? And let's get this 51 wins and stop all the naysayers saying that we can't do no better than 50 wins. That's more on the lines for them. I think the Knicks are doing things smart. Last night was a good game to take these guys out, to rest a couple of guys. We had the game. We had the game. All right, the game we relinquished the lead, but we still the highlights, like you say, Devon, the points that we gave up to this team with not having the guys that we have on here. Anyway, good game tonight. Let's get it.
Yeah. Like I said, Basketball is a 15-man thing, ladies and gentlemen. 15.
Basketball.
I don't care who you got on your team. You can have Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen out there and everything. If the other team got more guys giving more work, they're gonna win. Their team last night had more guys produce more than ours. It doesn't matter who out there, man. I gotta say that respectfully. You can have 5. You can have a dream team out there. That other team guys playing better that night, they're gonna beat you. Look, we had, that's the bottom line. Listen, Jalen Brunson had no superstar game last night. Shit, not even Carl Anthony Towns, ladies and gentlemen. And that's where I'm at. Listen, last night, Carl Anthony Towns, real quick, I put the numbers up. He had 25. Pressure Chua had 18. Ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Brunson last night had what? 15 points. Come on, 15 points. Well, how much he averaged this year? 26. Okay, Towns got his average, but what I'm saying is you didn't have a typical Jalen Brunson night. It don't matter who in there. Shit, Jalen Brunson could be in there and go 0 for 20. Jalen Brunson didn't have an effect on that game only in the first half, which he wanted to let these motherfuckers know, y'all can't stop me regardless of what y'all think y'all doing. And Tim didn't play. He only played 29 minutes last night, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all got to put all these variables in there. You can't say Detroit beat us. Jalen Brunson played 29 minutes, right? And so Deuce McBride played 39 minutes, Achua 40 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and Jalen Brunson still had 15 and 29 minutes. So let's say if he played 10 more minutes, Jalen Brunson probably would have had his average. So you got to take all this shit into account. I get it. They lost last night, so I don't make no excuse about shit. So they lost last night. But believe me, it ain't what they lost because you think that team is better than Knicks. If you think that, you smoking something. They ain't better than us. We just lost last night. But that team ain't better than no New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. You can't convince me of that. Numbers-wise, skill set, player-wise, and all that. Ain't that. So let's see. We gonna be able to back all this talk up next week. Words bond. Everything we talk about, we gonna be able to put up a shut up next week. And I ain't afraid to come in after the game, even if we lose. Divine ain't ducking no smoke, but we just got to make sure all the variables is in there. Put them all in there. Don't say they beat us because they beat. Why did they beat us? How did they beat us? What's the reason why they beat us? Well, the reason why they beat us last night, to me, no Anunoby, no Mitchell Robinson, and no Josh Hart. That's why I think they beat us last night. So, me personally. So that's why I can't wait to the playoffs. Because when you got them 3 dudes back, let's see about the dudes that replaced them last night. Who came in for Deuce McBride had a good game. He pretty much got close to Josh Hart. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds. With Josh Hart averaging 9 rebounds a game.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9, something like that. He getting good numbers of rebounding.
And Pressure Chua literally got Anunoby numbers last night. I'm not mad at that. 18 and 10, 3 assists. So would that tell you that the guys who replaced our guys was good enough to get their numbers? And I think if Jalen Brunson plays 38, 39 minutes, that game could have easily been different. But even though he wasn't really, he didn't have it going in the clutch. He missed one crucial shot Powers. If he would have hit that 3, I think it would have been over. I thought it was going to change.
Yeah.
I like it. Jalen Brunson hit that 3, that thing swing the other way. Momentum swing. That's how those big shots do. But obviously, like I said, he just kind of get his groove back after coming off.
He's trying to shoot his legs back in. You seen it last night. How many 3-points he shot last night? 13?
Yeah, he went. Here, I got it right here. Jalen Brunson went from downtown, ladies and gentlemen, last night just to get shot. He went 3 for 9.
3 for 9. He only shot 9. I swear, he shot 13, 15 shots. He kept shooting from the break on the left side and the break on the right side. So 9, okay, that's what he's trying to get his legs back. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, real talk. I didn't mean to cut. I'm sorry, but
no.
Yeah, let's not. We also got to give Detroit their credit because that's a very good defense team. Top 10 since the All-Star break.
Thanks.
They had a lot to do with it too. You know what I mean? You got to give them their flowers. Their defense was on point last night. They went in there and kind of made, like I said, Jalen Brunson shot from downtown. He shot 3 for 9. But British shot 50%. Achua shot 1 for 4. Towns only took 1 last night. Only 1 free 3-pointer shot, 0 for 1.
Yep.
McBride 2 for 10. Shamet 2 for 3. I love my man Game. He give me some good feelings, Landry Shamet, the last 10 games and so on. So these guys, Campaign shot 50% from downtown, and PJ Tucker shot 50%. I think even the numbers in the Chatty Strike era wasn't bad. Carltown 53%, Achua 62%. Mikal Bridges shot 70% from the floor last night. Jalen Brunson only shot 33%, and usually that's a higher 40s. McBride only shot 28% last night. So our backcourt didn't give up percentages that we need, and Campaign only shot 38% last night. So you got to credit Detroit's defense and at least their guard play on our guards last night, because they, like Jalen Brunson, didn't shoot well with McBride and Campaign. So all three of our point guards last night shot a terrible percentage last night. And I think that's in due to part because I think they backcourt played pretty well. And I think Dennis Schroeder in that second half played some good defense on Jalen Brunson in the second half. Got to give Dennis Schroeder his credit. I think he plays a hell of a defense in that second half. I think Kay Cunningham on Deuce McBride, the size, the physicality, whatever. I mean, you got to give them their flowers, and they did. So, but I don't think that's going to be reality in the playoffs, but I do think they did it last night, Shop House. So we just got to get ready for this thing tonight, win this game, and sit everybody in their street clothes, man, and put your roommate drip on Jalen Brunson on Sunday, because that dance ain't playing. So, but yeah, man, it was all good, man. They was they're a physical good team. But I think their style of play in the playoffs going to hurt because, like I said, they got a bunch of jump shooters, and I'm standing by that. In the playoffs, them jump shots ain't falling, ladies and gentlemen. You already ain't scoring that much in the regular season. Your starting lineup only scoring 71, and your bench probably scoring a little bit more. But I don't see that. I don't see them handling that like that in the playoffs. I can't wait to see, man. I really can't. I really can't see that Cade Cunningham. Y'all gonna see why? To me, why we say OG Anunoby literally could be defense player of the year in that category, because that guy will get the hardest 30 points that he ever got in this league when he played against Anunoby. And you know how much I love Cade Cunningham. That boy's special. But Anunoby's special at what he do too, so it's going to be an interesting matchup. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, salute to the chat, man. John McDonald was good. John was good. JR, Jermaine was pop. I'm a man. Salute to you as well. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. You know, like I said, man, we had one last night. We just want to talk about it right quick. Rasul was good and everybody, man. Parrot, thank you to the super chat again. We lost one. Bruns had that scare. Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts on that one. Yeah, man. But salute to everybody else in the chat, man. Fabian said Mitch starting tonight. Get a little rust off of him. Because they sitting all they got. I think Jared Allen might play, but I think the rest of them, like Mobley and all them, might not be there tonight. We just got to go out there tonight and get a pop. It should be a fun game. If I think we do that, he said, good. Carl Every Town is out. Thank you, Diaz. Thank you for the report, man. Diaz always keeps us up to form and everything. Real quick, he said, Carl Every Towns is out. And my man, let me throw his up there because it's pertaining to what we talk about. Diaz said Mitch will start. And where did Fabian? Fabian did say that. If I can find Fabian. Yeah, there you go. Fabian said Mitch will start tonight. So thank you guys, man. I appreciate y'all for giving us the info and keeping us informed on that, man, while we on this thing doing our thing. But yeah, man, let's go out there and play tonight, man. Try to get a win, get the 51 wins, Shop Powers, and that's that. That's all we expect for. We're not looking for no dynamic game like Boston, because none of their major guys is playing. A couple of them are. Darius Garland, we'll go through that in a minute. We go through the injury reports and all that. But Darius Garland, them guys is playing, but not for as Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell and them. I don't think they're going to be in the building tonight. So
you can get to it, Divine.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Okay, all right, yeah. Not major, man. That's to see the Knicks get out there and play some good basketball, man. That's all I really want to see, man. And we should have a lot of our guys, Cats, out tonight. I figured he was going to be out tonight. I figured Mikal not staying out. Mikal ain't coming out. You gonna have to carry him out or to stretch it for him not to play. So that's probably we only gonna probably miss Cat tonight. You know what I mean? So Precious going to get a lot of minutes tonight, and PJ, we might see a nice amount of minutes from PJ as well.
Yeah, real talk, ladies and gentlemen. Just real quick to see the stats. Not gonna be too much tonight, but they 63-17. Hell of a year by them. 80 games in, they won 63. We won 80 games. We won 50. They at first at the standard. We third in the standard. They 29-11 away. We 27-13 at home. That's how dominant they've been on the home and the road this year. Their offense rating is number 1 in the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. Our offense rating is number 5 in the NBA. Their defense rating is number 8th in the NBA, and our defense rating is number 13th. They second in net rating in the NBA, and we 8th. So our team is up there with a lot of numbers. Their offense is 1 out of 5. I take that all day. But that's why them OKC and Boston is who they are, because they got it like that there. But to show me that our team is still right there with them with the numbers, I'm good. Our defense has been playing better than 13th, but they're 8th and out of 13th. So, but overall, I'm not mad at the numbers and everything like that from a stat standpoint. But that doesn't gonna mean anything tonight, man, because a lot of these guys who gets these stats won't play tonight. But still, yet indeed, I'm happy with that 50 and 30. And I'm happy to still be in third in the stand. I'm happy with the 27 and 13 at home. I'm happy with the 5th offense rating under all the circumstances. I'm happy with the defense rating 13th because I see that they playing better and stuff like that. And I'm also happy with the 8th net rating. Obviously, you wanted to be higher, but I do think that because certain situations that the Knicks just wasn't able to get up there where they at. But yet indeed, I say all that shot power for them to be where they at. I'm good though.
Yeah, the Knicks have a good team, man, and this is a start of the season for this team. You know what I mean? What's it, 50 and 29 tonight? So that's we playing 79 games already. You know what I mean? What do you want? What do you want to do? You know what I mean? 70. What we got? 2 more games left. 70. This would be the 79th. This would be the 80th game tonight, right?
81st. 2 games left.
81st. 2 games left. So this will be the 81st game tonight. Man, the season went fast. So let's get these 2 games and knock them out the box, man. And oh yeah, that's right. Cleveland and Brooklyn. Man, this has been what can you say, man? This is not the team from last year. This is a different team than last year. That team was a little bit more. You had less expectations for that team, and this team has so much expectations. That's the difference. You know what I mean? Last year's team, no expectations. This year's team with all these guys that we acquired and everything, everybody got expectations for this team. You know what I mean? Let them see what they're gonna do, man. I got this team going far in the playoffs, and a healthy team and just a little tweak. You might not see a tweak yet, but you might see a tweak tonight. Missed start tonight, so that's already a good start for me. So let's get it.
Yeah, Towns is out, so that makes sense. So you throw Mitch and Anunoby, that's pretty good right there if he plays tonight. But hey, let's finish this real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, them guys are in a black drip tonight. Tonight's uniform, they're in a black drip tonight. New York Knicks is a pinstripes, white drip tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, I apologize for that. Projected starters tonight for them guys: Darius Garland, Strauss, Okoro, Jared Allen, and Mobley. So the only one that's not starting is Donovan Mitchell. Right, because that's the only one not in their starting lineup tonight. The other 4 are their starters, so they only missing Donovan Mitchell in their starting lineup tonight. For us, it looked like we rolling out. Somebody said Towns not playing, so if this is the same starting lineup that we were rolling out, and mine is Carlton Towns, that's Mitchell Robinson there. If Mitchell Robinson is down there, y'all watch how that paint scoring be different tonight. Watch. So that's gonna be interesting to see. If Carlton Towns is not going and Mitch is starting tonight, which somebody in the chat said, I think it was on Dias, Fabian said Mitch is starting. So, but injury report, like I said, Garland game time decision, Hunter out, rest, Ty Jerome out, knee, Sam Merrill out, rest, Donovan Mitchell out, ankle. New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, OG game time, Brunson game time, Hart game time, Haka Purdy out, and Cat game time, knee. Somebody just said he is out. So, we got to rule out there what we have, Shop Powers. I do think that we still, no matter who's not there, who's there, you go out there and play. I still think we got enough.
Right.
So I thought we had enough last night. So that's why I don't make no excuses, because last night we had enough to beat them. We
sure did.
But we had enough. Even without the dudes that we didn't have, we still had enough. I just thought we fell short, but we scrapped it out as long as we can. So like tonight, even though they got 1 start out and it's one of their premier ones, and they stay second, one of the probably, if not right now, the best bench 6-man in the league this year, DeAndre Hunter.
I would love to have Hunter.
yeah, for real. So even without that thing, they still playing their starters. So we go out there and play our stuff. We play it. Listen, next man, go at it with each other, and that's it. But I do think that we definitely got a chance to pull this game out tonight, but even without Cat, like I said, I don't care if you sit Cat the next 2 games. Don't even sit him. Don't even play him. I think he got enough rep not to worry about 2 games and then go in the next week and you rusty all of a sudden. I don't think that's the case. So Cat probably need to rest just as much as anybody else. And let's go get it. And like I said, even if you play Mikal, you don't got to play him substantial, man. You got to make sure he starts because he ain't never missed a game in the NBA, and we don't want him to lose the streak. I don't care if he go out there tonight and play 30 seconds.
Right, let's get out there. It'd be like, really, Tibbs? Dang. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah, just play him. That way he don't lose. He don't break his streak, man. That's Iron Man for that brother, man. So let's see, man. I think they's come out there to play tonight, man. It's going to be another game on the doctrine. They're going to go out there and compete and battle just like they do every night, and we'll see what the results going to be. I seen some like from last night. I took away a lot of pros and cons from last night. My biggest thing that I was happy about that game last night, was the biggest thing last night that made me happy. Nobody came out with an injury. So I don't even care about the win or loss. You play who you play. You beat at this time of year right now with these last 2 games. Just nobody don't get injured. That's it. I don't get that way when we go into the playoffs, we don't have no excuses winning or losing. Oh, we lost to them because we didn't have them. I don't want to hear all that. Next week, let's hope all 15 of my men ready to rock and roll. They all here. They all available. That's all I want to see next week.
Thanks.
All our guys available. Then we'll see if a lot of stuff that we talked about was going to be on the pro side, or a lot of stuff we talked about going to be on the con side. We'll see. So tomorrow, I think Sunday. Let's hope at the end of the season Sunday that we're good to go, man. We win tonight, then we don't have to worry about it Sunday because I think we don't have to play none of them. Just let them chill and have a day off before the playoffs.
Yeah, we definitely a time for us to do some midweek before the things jumps back off and stuff like that. Sit about talk about, just like you said, the pros and the cons of who we're going to match up with and all that other stuff. So it is a good look right now. And like I said, tonight is just a lightweight thing, man. Don't go out there. I'll do some things that I do want to see, like Tom Thibodeau did yesterday. Tonight, I want to see early with this team execute with Mitchell Robinson being is Josh Hart is questionable too, they say, right?
Game time decision.
So let's see how they work it out. I don't know who's going to be out there, but to see how they work it out, because Mitchell Robinson is a threat down there. You can't leave him unattended because he can get alley-oops. So let's see what happens, man. I just want to see Mitchell Robinson get out there and I don't show Mitchell Robinson. That's all I'm looking for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody playing. I think the only one not going to play is, like I said, is Town. They got Towns out.
Yeah.
Let's get it. That's why I love tonight's game. They got one of their A1 players out. We got one of our A1 players out. You got Donovan Mitchell out. We got Karl Anthony Towns out. So you still got Darius Garland. We still got Jalen Brunson. You still got Mobley. We still got
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, OG Anunoby. Well, let's say Anunoby probably deal with
right.
Jalen Brunson's numbers are more close to Anunoby's numbers for a matchup numbers wise. Then obviously we got Mikal out there to go against whoever out there, Matt Strauss or whoever. So let's get it. I think they go get it tonight, man. Having fun with it. They're definitely going out there to win. Knicks don't never go out there to lose a game. So they will be competitive tonight. What the results may be, that remain to be seen, but they will be competitive tonight. I can tell you that much. But listen, let me bring Jay Chosen in the building. Jay Chosen, what's good, my man? What's going on with you?
Yo, what's cooking, man? What's going on? Peace to the chat. Peace to my brothers. How we doing?
We good, my man.
What to do, Jay?
What's good, Brody?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Just relaxing. Everybody left the house, so I feel peace and quiet. So I'm chilling, man. Just listening to the show. Trying to understand certain things about this team and, looking into it, looking at, like, when I'm talking to you while you were talking earlier, like I was on the thing and I kept forgetting I wasn't on yet, right? And I'm like, nah, he ain't playing. Wait, Mobley playing. And I keep thinking, damn, my brain, I'm losing it. So just since it's a game and game, I just want to say this, man. Shaw said something very important. Last year, the way we played, having the bench the way we did before everybody got hurt, there really wasn't that much expectations on us. There
No.
was expectations because we were getting better. We signed Brunson. The moment we signed Brunson, and then we started bringing people in, there was expectations, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, there were obviously far more expectations this year. You make a trade like a Cat DiVincenzo, that trade tells you, look, we're trying to win a chip. We're going for it, or we're building that way. So when I come on, we speak a lot. I'm positive in life, but I'm also, it's real talk. So like, I want to say what I want to say from what I see. It's a safe place. A lot of people say it, but I want to make sure that it comes out respectful to everything. I'm watching a team that's having a lot of trouble in the second half of games. And that was a used to be problem. And then it changed, right? You remember at one point it changed, and we weren't losing to bad teams, and we weren't having bad third quarters. And I know it's at the end of the season, but we're one game away from not holding that third position. And to me, I know that that's all, we're going to the playoffs. That's all hearsay. It's all whatever. And maybe there's reasons for it. I do not believe or want to believe that we're tanking in any which way, form. I don't think the New York Knicks have that in their blood. I just don't believe it. But you know what? When you lose, and this doesn't always mean anything. When you lose 3 out of 4 to a team that you might be playing next, right? It still might be, by the way. You might be playing next. Doesn't mean you're going to lose a series against them. Because that means that you're going to see them on the, for those games, you don't got to travel too far, and you're going to have the same teams. You're going to see them on the regular. You're not going to bounce from one point guard to a different point guard. You're going to stick the same point guard. OG going to be on Cunningham. He's going to know he's not going to have to prep for him or look at tape from some other thing from early in the year. He's know what he's going to do. So, yes, you know how I take these losses. You have our 2 best players are in there. We had no business losing that game last night, and especially when you're up, no business doing that. My favorite thing, too, I got very hyped, was when Precious posterized my man. Posterized. But I want to see him more. I think that the rotation of the team needs to be a little bit more rotation. And I think that, I really hope that some of these guys that kept us afloat when Brunson went down, kept us afloat in the beginning of the year. I really hope to see some of these guys. Because, yes, you're going to have our 5. But these other guys have done work. They put in work. And it's not. I'm not asking. Believe me, I'm not asking. I'm not asking you to take out OG for Precious to stick Cunningham for 10 minutes straight. I'm just saying he needs help. And is Mitch going to play more than 12 minutes? Is he going to play 15 minutes? And I really want to know that answer.
Yeah, of course he will. Of course he will.
You say of course he will. I don't believe it. I'm gonna keep it very fresh with you. My real talk says no way.
Okay. That's fine.
I don't believe it, and I think we made a major mistake by not picking up a big man because of it.
So doesn't mean
that I think he doesn't change the game when he's in. I just don't think that he's gonna play more than 20 minutes.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So Mitch started tonight. You don't, and no Karl Anthony Towns, because you don't have Karl Anthony Towns. You don't think Mitchell Robinson playing over 15 minutes tonight?
Only reason why he would play over 15 minutes tonight, and it might be 20 tops. If he plays 25 minutes, I'll be proud of him. But you can't have your starting center playing 25 minutes, and that's the most he could do.
But I think you guys is not giving Mitchell Robinson to understand that guy just haven't played basketball in a year. The dude is coming off a foot injury, not an arm injury, not an elbow injury. Mitchell Robinson has been having a foot ankle problem his whole career. If I was Tom Thibodeau, I'd play that motherfucker 5 minutes. We need
Right.
him.
So why didn't we go get a backup big man for
They don't
him?
need him. Listen, to me, this is what I'm trying to say. If you running a business, let's put this in business perspective.
I run 3 of them. So
I'm not chosen. I'm not talking about you, man. Come on, man. See, I don't like this shit to get personal. I'm just speaking. I ain't say Jay Chosen.
I just responded to what you said, so I could understand it, brother.
What I'm saying. Listen, what I'm saying. Because when you say I say, all I'm saying is this here. New York Knicks need Mitchell Robinson for the playoffs, not the regular season, not tomorrow's game, not yesterday's game. They cannot throw Mitchell Robinson out there for 30 minutes when he's not ready for it. He might be ready for it, but they don't need him. The New York Knicks has already clinched the playoff spot. Why would you take a chance on hurting this guy who's that important to your team and got a possible chance of him not playing in the playoffs? That don't make no sense. You don't supposed to pay Mitchell Robinson 30 minutes. They already in the playoffs. Why would you risk that? It could be a devastating miscue for the Knicks if Mitchell Robinson played 40 minutes and he get hurt. Now he can't play in the playoffs. You can't take that chance because you already know he's an injured type player. So you don't want to put Mitchell Robinson out there like that when he's not ready for that. It takes time to get endurance. It takes time to get your stamina. Should that one of us try to run 10 miles?
But we not one of them.
That's my point.
That's your point of view. That's your point of view.
Let's go about it. Jay Chosen, stop a minute. Jay Chosen, please stop.
Nah, I'm not going to please stop. I don't think that Mitchell.
Jay Chosen, listen, I'm trying to change the conversation. I get it. I'm not talking to you. So you taking this shit personal. This is my shit.
All I did was bring up Mitch.
Hold on.
I know that you're a Mitch guy, so you couldn't take that.
Jay Chosen. This is my show. I would never, when I say I need something to stop, I wouldn't do that on your show. If you ran your show and you said Divine stop, I'm going to stop.
What was I doing that I need to stop?
Excuse me.
What was I doing that I need to stop?
Jay Chosen, I asked you to. You ain't had to do nothing wrong, but I asked you to. You wasn't doing nothing wrong, but at that time, I needed you to stop the conversation so I could move on. That's why I asked you to stop, not because you taking it personal. All I just said, Jay, hold up for a minute, stop, so I can get the show rolling.
Go ahead. But it doesn't seem like I'm the one taking it personal.
Thank you. You are taking it personal. But Jay Shop Powers, give me your thoughts. We getting out of here. The show it just listen. Give me your thoughts on the game tonight. Let's get out of here. I'm good. I'm good tonight. Go ahead.
Well, what time is it? All righty. About I don't forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh, Mitchell Robinson. I just can't wait till he comes back. We just need him to get some more minutes on the court. Hopefully they can start him. I don't think they were gonna ramp Mitchell Robinson up much yet because they don't need to. We are far into the season and it would be better to go into the playoffs with him a little bit more healthy. You will probably see him get a little bit more minutes in the next couple of games or something like that. I believe that will happen. And, as he ramps up, we get better. Maybe they'll start implementing him into the starting lineup. But with that said, it is time to give our scores. Let's do our scores real quick and end the show like we usually do. Jay shows it real quick. Give your score. Give your breakdown on the last little bit of what you're gonna do. I'll come in next, and then I'll leave it to you, Devon, to take us out.
Thank you, bro.
All right, sounds good. All right, I think that I think tonight's score is going to be 115-101 Cleveland. And that's not because of what we just talked about. I just think that that's what's going to happen tonight. It's the first time all year that I picked a different team. I just don't think that we got it right now. And we don't, I agree with all that. We don't need to put these people out for it. And it is more important for the playoffs. I'm excited about the playoffs. I'm hyped about it. And I hope really the truth is what we need to do is stick to making them free throws, crisp passing. They got over the 30 that I wanted yesterday in the assist, so, right? I want them to go on that. And you know, let's see what these guys could do. We really need to play the players that are going to be on the court in the playoffs. So saying that, you know, oh, and the last but not least, pray to God we come out of this game healthy. That's all that matters to me. Healthy. Right?
I think tonight with all the contingent back, we control the pace. We get out there and run up a little bit, try to run the score up a little quicker than usual, and try to get this team out of here. I think tonight is a big opportunity with Mitchell Robinson being down there to controlling the paint. So we should be able to out rebound this team tonight. They'll have one or two of their guys out, so I think tonight is a big chance to see how good Mitchell Robinson is against this team on rebounding. So rebounding is a key for me tonight to watch out for. Hitting our free throws. We've been talking about this all year long. Free throws down the line has been a little slacking a little bit. Now, I mean, we've been in the 60s, 70s recently when we were about 83% for the season. So we need to pick that back up. Shoot over 36% from 3-point land. We're starting to shoot 3-pointers, but we're not shooting enough. I think we could tick it up a little bit, get to 35, 40 3-pointers a game. I mean, that's not really our game, but we do need to get some more shots up because we don't shoot a lot of 3-pointers. That can also help us. One thing that we missed from DiVincenzo last year was shooting the shots like that. He would get up 8 to 12 3-point shots a game, and we miss a lot of that from DiVincenzo. We don't have someone that with the volume to put out there with 3-point land. So let's get up a couple more 3-point shots. I think tonight is going to be a real close game. I'm going to say the New York Knicks win 109 to 104. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, pardon me for the outburst, but it is what it is. I don't hide my feelings and emotions, but one thing I will say, but it's a time when you have to put them in check, and that's all to it. That your emotions in a check, because this ain't nothing personal on the show. And I.
Well, who in check?
I didn't see what I'm saying.
Out of here with this.
Hey, Joseph, I wasn't talking about you. See, but Shaw Powell, do you see what he just said? It wasn't about. I was talking about putting myself in check because of my emotions. It wasn't about him.
It's all good.
Yeah, listen.
It's all good. Clean it up, Divine. Let's get out of here.
No, I know it. Now I got to say this because it's important. I was talking about putting myself in check because my feelings and emotion was running loud. But you see what he did? He took it personal. That I'm not having. That we can't do that. Ain't nothing personal here. Ain't anybody throwing no shots at nobody. You see what he just did? But this is something that we can't allow on these shows, man, because there ain't nothing personal. It ain't nothing personal about this stuff. So it just, anyway, I got the New York Knicks doing what they do tonight, man. I think they win this game, get the 51st victory. I think they're not playing a lot of players, and I think that we have more players playing tonight than they do. They missing their best player. Right. They missing one of our best players. So I do believe that we go out there, execute the game plan. We should be able to win tonight. Though we coming off a back-to-back, though. Not making that no excuse. But we also coming off a back-to-back. But I still think we got enough players to win this game tonight. So like I said, I'm going to go 110, 101, 51st seed. The third seed locked up. But then Sunday we rest our players. But like I said, pardon me for the outbreak today, ladies and gentlemen. There's sometimes things just get there. You know what I mean? Nothing personal with this shit with me, for real. Because this shit don't pay this ain't my life. This ain't my life. I love it, but it ain't my life. But I'm never going to disrespect another person while I'm doing it. Because that's not who I am in life. I'm a righteous brother, a positive brother, and I always stay positive, never negative in my life. I don't even have the time for the devil to dance with me. So I'm never going to go out there and disrespect another man. But at the same time, I ask you to give me that same respect and courtesy, because this is my brand. I want to make sure I protect it the best way I can. But there's nothing personal about this stuff. And forgive me for that. Salute to the chat. Thank y'all for coming in. And forgive me from what happened to everybody who was watching from out there, wherever you're streaming it from. Let's get it, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow on a recap. Let's hope we have some good news tomorrow. Knicks go out there, win this thing today, and we clinch the third seed. Until then, Y'all enjoy it, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace.
Peace, Divine.
Peace, Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pregame popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One.
Up in the black Silverado, stop and get some petrol to hit the metro on full throttle. Across the gospels, we in the Mecca bottleneck. On 32nd, what is bound with each around flexing. Posted up like sticky note, you smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. Carrot here, we well represented. We on that Nick shit, you can smell it, so please don't step in it. Cause the burner cooking with gas. The cat in the alley dig up to your team trash. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash and make a splash. But they moving slow before the pregame show. No capsule here, but no tap. But God, no talking five. And report, keep myself who in the chat. Interacting with your mandem. It's a brand in front of the camera, there's a picture. Catch and snap back to fit the cat, so we Nick dripping. Nick feel, you know we fit the description. It's the OG, Olin and Ananobi. Me and my man Brody, we run your fire TV, that's Cody.
It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real talk.
Fuck that shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Bullshit ass nigga.